Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're dining into one of the biggest challenges in teaching. How do you actually reach every single student in your classroom? And we're going to explore a tool called Diffit that claims it might just have the answer.
So let me just start by asking a question, especially for all you language teachers out there. Whether you're working with high schoolers or adult learners, seriously, how much of your week, your weekend, just disappears while you're trying to adapt one single text for all the different proficiency levels in your class?
You know the drill, right? You find this perfect article, but you know it's going to be way too advanced for some students and maybe a little too easy for others. So you get to work. You're simplifying sentences, you're pulling out vocab words, you're maybe even translating a few key parts. It's the classic differentiation dilemma, and let's be honest, there's just never enough time.
But what if you had an assistant for all of that? I mean, that's really the big idea behind Diffit. It's an AI-powered tool that's built from the ground up to do the heavy lifting of adapting your materials. The whole point is to help all your students get to that grade-level content without you spending your entire weekend prepping for it.
Okay, that's a really big promise, but does it actually deliver? Well, a recent survey of over 2,500 teachers who use it gave a pretty telling answer. And it all starts with this number, 96%. That's right. A whopping 96% of teachers said that Diffit saves them time. And that's huge, because it means the main promise, giving you your time back, is something that's actually happening in real classrooms. For any teacher, that is a massive win. And this quote from an ESL coordinator, Melissa Rhodes, just kind of says it all. She calls it a super cool differentiation tool. And, you know, when the folks who live and breathe language learning every single day say something like that, it really carries some weight.
So how does this thing actually work? Well, this is where Diffit really shines, in its flexibility. You're not stuck with some pre-made content library. Nope. You can bring your own stuff or create something totally new. There are basically 4 main ways to get going.
So you can start from scratch, just by typing in a topic like, what is digital citizenship? Or, and this is the cool part, you can bring in content you've already found. Just paste a link to an article, a YouTube video, your own text. You can even upload a PDF right from your curriculum. The whole point is, it works with what you've already got. But here is where it gets really good. Diffit doesn't just spit out a rewritten paragraph. It generates a whole resource packet for you. I mean, you get the adapted reading passage and a summary, sure. But then it also pulls out the key vocabulary, and it builds in comprehension checks, multiple choice questions, short answer questions, even open-ended prompts for discussion. The whole shebang. Okay, but this is where Diffit becomes an absolute game changer, especially for language teachers. We're talking about being able to adopt and translate your materials instantly with just a click. So let's say you start with this, a pretty complex 11th grade level text. It's rigorous, it's packed with academic language, it's perfect for your more advanced students. But for others, it's going to be a brick wall. Then, with one click, Diffit takes that exact same material and relevels it. Here, you see it adapted to a 6th grade reading level. All the core ideas are still there, but now the language is accessible to so many more learners in your classroom. And it doesn't even stop there. For your multilingual learners, you can take that same adapted text and, with one more click, boom, translate it. Here it is in Spanish. This lets students build that crucial background knowledge and confidence in their heritage language first. And we're not just talking about a couple of languages here. Diffit supports over 70 languages. I mean, think about that. That one feature alone could completely change how you support all the different linguistic backgrounds sitting in your classroom. All right, so having the right text is step 1. But the next battle is always turning that text into an actual activity for your students, right? Well, this is where Diffit goes way beyond just adapting content. It actually builds the activities for you. And you can really see the difference here. Instead of getting that raw block of text that you then have to copy, paste, and spend an hour formatting, Diffit gives you these professionally designed, structured activities that are ready to go. You can print them or share them digitally right away. And look, these are not just some generic worksheets. We're talking about high-quality instructional templates.
It can drop your vocabulary right into a Frayer model, set up your questions using the ACE framework to help with writing, or even, get this, generate an auto-grading Google form. It's basically automating all the thoughtful but really tedious parts of lesson planning.
So, what does this all add up to? Is it some kind of new teaching superpower? Well, maybe. By automating the most time-sucking parts of creating accessible materials, Diffit is really trying to give you back your most valuable resource, your time. Time that you can spend connecting with your students, not fighting with a word processor. And that really brings us to our final thought for today. It's a simple question, but it's a powerful one. If you could actually cut down your prep time for differentiated lessons to just a few minutes, what would you do with all that time you get back?